morning from South Carolina. We are working our way towards Florida. So today is going to be logging some serious miles, but in the big scheme of things like Alaska size, it's really not that far of a drive. It's kind of like from Anchorage to Fairbanks. Not too big of a deal. South Carolina is awfully fascinating. These bridges are pretty cool. Crossing over the waterways and all that stuff. Lots of industry. Here's a little update from the road. We have reached Georgia. We passed through the Savannah area and we saw the sign for a camping world. And in our preparation videos, you might have seen we purchased a space heater that had some pretty kind of artificial flame look, and it was a forced air electric space heater. We used it on our time, it was up in the Northeast when we actually had hookups, and the thing just quit working after a few days. It blows air, still makes the pretty artificial flame, but it really didn't generate much heat above room temperature. So we decided to return it, and I've heard mixed reviews about Camping World, but in this case they took it back. It was only a couple months old and only been used a few times, so that was awfully nice of Camping World. We're heading south on the 95, and it is pretty country. A lot of plantation style homes for obvious reasons, and the foliage has definitely changed. I think we're pretty much out of the whole fall foliage thing. So if you're frustrated at us using the worst fall foliage, or look at the colors, you're not going to be hearing that much more because we're getting to the south, and I don't think there's too much going on down here. Here's what we're driving through right now. As you can see, a bunch of trees over there and just an open road. Good morning from a Cracker Barrel parking lot outside of Daytona Beach, Florida. We pulled over for some dinner because we didn't thaw anything out last night and didn't really feel like cooking. Lo and behold, they have some RV and bus parking spots here. So we asked if we could stay the night and they said yes. So here we are today. We don't want to overstay our welcome here at the Cracker Barrel. So we're going to move over to a Super Walmart parking lot, and the reason why we didn't stay at a Super Walmart is because all of them on the Allstays app say that they don't allow overnighters. So we took a shot and asked, and we lucked out here. Rebecca is rather happy today because for the past 5 years or so of owning this motorhome, the screen over on her side of the coach wouldn't open, and I just thought it was not meant to open, even though it had a handle on it. But that thing just would not budge. But today I went out there, I was just going to remove the screen altogether and stick it somewhere in the back of the motorhome. In the process in doing that and using a little extra force, and that type of force that breaks stuff if you're not doing it right. Well, actually I did break it, but I broke it free. So now Beck has a fully functioning screen, which is going to make doing video a lot easier because you're not going to have to get up and go to that window, which has its own issues because we have that business card stuck in that window from all the rattles, and we've been doing that one since Canada when we figured that out, that we could fix it that way. So yeah, we're going to head on over to the Super Walmart lot and regroup. And interesting place here. There are a bunch of wild cats. You see that one over there, babe? Mm-hmm. And then there's some in the bushes, and then there's these like buzzard looking birds up here. Let me see if I can get them for you. So check these guys out. I'm not sure if these are the ravens of the south or what, but they definitely look like a buzzard or a vulture or something because they have a bald head. Really neat looking birds because earlier this morning there were about 10 of them sitting in that tree and it looked kind of eerie or creepy or maybe something out of a cartoon. Hey guys, we are on the road again. So we decided to book 4 nights at the Thousand Trails in Orlando. And we got a Thousand Trails membership transferred over to us from our grandparents. And they don't use it anymore. And they've had it for like decades. So we can use it. And it's now ours. So thank you so much, Grandma. Love you and really appreciate it. So yeah, we took over the Thousand Trails membership and we're going to get to stay at one for the first time. And you're going to start seeing us at some Thousand Trails a little more often. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to hang out there for 4 nights. But this Thousand Trails in Orlando looks pretty nice. And I think they even have some kayaking there, amongst all kinds of other activities. Look who decided to stop by our camp this morning. Like I said before, we're not bird experts, so my guess would be a crane or a heron of some sort. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. We are here in Florida at a Thousand Trails, and we're gonna cook up our Thanksgiving dinner. The Thanksgiving dinner is gonna consist of caribou roast and mashed potatoes and roasted vegetables. So what I'm going to do here is I just kicked up the heat a little bit more, but I want to braise my roast. So I tossed in a little bit of butter and some garlic and also some saffron that we brought back from Turkey. Never done the saffron part before, so we'll give that a shot. But I also need to get a little bit of a rub going on the roast. And also, since we've gone to Spain and Turkey, I've become a huge fan of smoked paprika. I find myself even putting it on sandwiches and it tastes great. The next step is the searing of the roast. This helps lock in all the fantastic juices. That skillet probably could have been a little hotter, so I'm gonna kick this up. But we just want to get nice and browned on the outside. That saffron smells amazing, doesn't it?
It really does.
I wonder what it's going to do to the dish.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah. Like you'll see, most of my creations are going to be hard to duplicate. They just kind of happen organically, a little of this, a little of that.
They usually taste pretty good though.
That they do. We have a beautiful sear on the roast, and now it's time to move it over to the 13 by 9. Oh, it's beautiful.
That looks so good.
Let's kill the heat there. And now, just mix these up.
I have to finish the butternut squash too.
Do you want to put the butternut squash into this mix?
No. You can do it separately.
Would it be a conflicting flavor profile?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll put it separate because it's really good if you roast it on a
Cookie sheet.
cookie sheet. Yum. That looks so good.
I am going to sprinkle a few seasonings on top of the veggies. And essentially a little bit of sea salt. Iodized salt's horrible for you, but you get a pink Himalayan or a good sea salt, and it still has the minerals left in it, so it's not a bad thing. And a little bit of pepper. That's it. Simplicity.
All ready to go in the oven now.
For large roasts like this, I am going to cover so we get a little bit more of a steaming effect in there. And then towards the end of the cooking process, I'm going to remove this foil cover. I set the oven to 350, so we get a nice long, slow cook on the roast. And now it's just a matter of waiting.
Here's the last of the veggies. We've got butternut squash with a little bit of avocado oil and salt and pepper. So we're keeping it simple, but I love roasted vegetables like this.
The roast has been in the oven for about an hour and 45 minutes, and it's looking pretty good there. The roasted butternut squash turned out wonderful. So we're gonna transfer that to a bowl so it stays warm and work on the mashed potatoes. Here's our first cuts, and by the meat thermometer, kind of overcooked it a little, but we let it sit and rest for at least a half hour. Mashed potatoes are done. Time to load up the plates with veggies. Here's Thanksgiving dinner on the road in Orlando, Florida. We've had our holiday dinner, and now it's the moment of truth. We have two movies. Going to be the first holiday movies of our holiday season, and I kind of have this little rule that I don't really like watching holiday movies until after Thanksgiving, so this is like the day that some very chipper person gets to pick holiday movies and which one we're going to watch first. So I picked one, and she picked one.
And normally we decorate the Christmas tree too, but that's not happening this year.
All right, so
just the movie part. Option number 1.
Well, you already know. You got to shuffle them up now.
Well, I thought you were having trouble seeing it, so.
Okay, so which one do you pick?
Option number 1 or option number 2? The problem is now I know the feel of them. So I know which one to choose anyway.
Oh, really? You're cheating.
Yes.
Then that defaults to
I think
mine.
You should pick them.
Okay.
And I'm going to lay them down on the bed.
If you couldn't tell, we're both only children, so everything has to be fair.
Okay.
All right, I have not looked at their position.
Okay.
And I pick the disc on the right.
What?
That is an awesome holiday movie.
That's not a holiday movie.
That is totally a holiday movie.
I'm not watching that.
Come on.
No.
That is a serious...
It's not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
There's a Christmas party in it. It's not a Christmas movie.
I love this movie. This is like when Bruce Willis was at his prime.
No. It's not the first Christmas movie we're going to watch.
Is this going to work out well for me? Do I stand my ground and die hard?
Yeah.
Or do I go home alone?
Well, if you stand your ground, you will go home alone. Never get hard again.